Press the
How
button.
about now? How about now?
That'll do it.
How about that?
How long does your laptop take to boot up?
As long as it takes me to get out of the shower, eat some yogurt.
just loading up
on.
now.
It was turning on, just I wasn't
Just
next
like-
to it turning on.
Yeah, just loading up now.
That was the main
Ooh.
issue. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was a bit like that. Actually. Very good, very good.
Nice, man.
You're looking very minty over there.
Yeah, this is the proper green t-shirt, which I'm wearing a lot actually.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the proper green, but that's not the minty green.
That's not the mint one, no. The mint one, the guy
Thomas Remington.
Thomas, who requested those colours, sent me a few pictures through. I just reposted some of his stuff. Man, it looks a different colour in every photo you get of it. It's like there's forever changing colours, that hoodie. It's cool.
It looks cool. The one in the story looks really cool. Looks
Yeah.
super bright colour.
Yeah.
How is it really bright in the flesh? I haven't seen the flesh.
It's more the colour that I posted today than the colour that got caught in his story.
Okay. His one looks super bright.
It's like,
and
yeah, it's
your
like,
one looks
it's
a
like
little bit
turquoise.
lighter. Looks
Yeah.
super cool.
Very cool.
Would be cool with the brown or black. Wouldn't I think that would be cool? I was saying before, like a mint choc chip. That would be pretty sweet.
I can't do anything in a minute. Can't do any printing.
Oh yeah, because the ding dong, the press is dead.
The press is dead. Long live the press.
When does the new press arrive? Give us money.
Should be Monday. I've got a couple
please.
of urgent bits to do for some people who are traveling and they wanted some GBA gear to go traveling in, which is awesome. And I was like, I got a message and I was like, yeah, I should be able to do that. And I thought, right, we'll give like 3 or 4 days for the stuff to get to me, and then another couple of days for me to actually do it, print it, get it to the guy. And then so I said, yeah, I can definitely get it done for you. Paid the money across. So I ordered it was some vests that they wanted. So I ordered them from the supplier, and then literally got onto like the third thing I was trying to print that day, and pulled the handle down, and it just went kabam! I just went, for fuck's sake.
It looks pretty worn in the arm where looks like there's some sort of linkage. And the lower linkage is where it's broken, where the rivet goes through the lower linkage. But it also looks like wherever it's moving in the arm, it's worn the arm out completely as well. So that's about to blow through as well.
Well, I contacted the suppliers and they said, yeah, no worries, we'll take care of it for you. We'll contact our engineer and see what they say. And like literally,
it's broken,
there's
dude.
this picture of it. It's right there. It's fucked. And they did get back to me, to be fair, and they said, yeah, it just needs a new like arm assembly sort of thing. So I was like, right, let me just make sure you're going to actually send me something that is actually going to work. So I took a picture of it again and I circled the whole bit, the bit that I need, because it needs to connect to the press and then to I think I've lost him. You still there? I'll carry on telling the story anyway, and hopefully he comes back in and then I'll catch him back up. But so viewers and listeners, Matt's dropped off this call for some reason or another. So the bit that connects the actual stand that the press is on, and then the heat plate itself is connected by a handle. And I need to get the whole thing replaced, because otherwise if they just send me the middle link, I've got no tools. You know me, the only tools I've got is from bits that come with equipment that I buy from the gym. So I've got like 44 Allen keys. And so I did a circle round and said it needs to be this bit that you send me. And they said, you're right there, let me go back and check. Oh, Matt's back. Matt's on his way back. He's turning his laptop back on. They went, yeah, let me go and check with the guy. And they're like, yeah, no problem. No problem with that. I'll get it replaced. The part is free. And the shipping is £25. 25 quid to send, I don't know, less than a kilo of metal arm. So I replied to that and I said, I don't want to pay £25 for that. Just give me all my money back. And they have yet to respond. So if anybody wants a secondhand broken heat press, holla. I'll try and fix it. Here he comes. He's coming back. I'm going to admit him now. Hopefully he'll come back in and connect to the audio. He's connecting. Click that button. You there?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I've told the story now.
Oh man, I want to hear the story. I was like, oh man, come on, tell me the story. You put a ring around it.
Yeah. So I sent it off. Long story short is they said, yeah, that's absolutely the part that you need. The part will be free to replace. You just have to pay for shipping. That's 25 quid. I was like, no.
How much was the whole press? Like 100 quid.
Yeah, I think it was like 150 with all the bits and pieces. So I was like,
shipping from where?
In Mars? China. I don't know.
Shipping from the moon via Elon Musk's private satellite.
Yeah, 5 to 7 working days. So that would have been no good to actually get the stuff done because they'd have flown by then. So yeah, so then obviously messaged you and we started looking and I was like, I just want to spend a bit more money. So we've got another one coming, which will be Monday. So we'll see how that goes. Can
you negotiate on the 25 quid? Because that seems...
Yeah, I negotiated. I said, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying for shipping. You can just give me all my money back. That was my negotiation tactic.
And what did they say?
They haven't come back to me yet. So that's our offers on the table.
You can think about that offer. Yeah. I'm going to let you just sleep on that offer.
That's the thing. I just, emails, web chats, anything like that is so easy just to be like a real pig, isn't it? With people, they just go, nah, I ain't doing that, and then they come back and they go, well, we ain't doing that either. I'm like, oh, okay then. It's like there's no, like, the face-to-face is a lot different. You're like, well, maybe I could stretch to 23. It's just like when it's digital, you're just like, fuck off.
Pick me up, buttercup.
I've already bought the other press. It's like I'm out of presses and I need you to fix it. 25 quid. It takes 5 to 7 working days. Fucking odd. What are you paying the money for? Literally, where is it coming from? Are they going to mine the ore to make the metal? I don't know.
Maybe they have to catch it first. Maybe they have to catch the arm assembly animal and then skin it and then send it to you. Prepare it, drill a hole in it.
So yeah. So the next press that we've got coming is bigger as well. So we'll be able to handle the designs a bit better. Because at the minute, if there's like say the signature tee, where I like them really big across the chest. And like almost like tuck under your armpits, which I need to review, because when I've seen some people with the stuff that I've done, it's like all I could do with coming in just a little bit on them.
A little bit long.
On them. I mean, they're not all like...
So you've come around on that, because when we talked about logos originally, you didn't like them big. And I was saying make it big, and you were like, no, I don't like it big. I like it
well,
small.
It depends on what it is. Like if it's my idea, then yeah. If it's your idea, then no.
It depends. If I say it's big, then that's good.
So yeah, so I'm just got to come in a little bit. But when I press that at the minute, so I'll cut out the design and I'll line it up. Lining up, man, geez, that takes some doing. I'm like, no, shuffle, no, shuffle, no. And because the t-shirts and stuff aren't completely square, they're all like a little bit here and there. Not all of them, but they're not like wonky or anything. But there's certain variants.
Well, there's tolerance in all the stuff, isn't there? Like it's not cut on a completely square machine by a completely square person to make a completely square t-shirt. So,
but what I'll have to do is I'll press like the middle, and then I'll move it to the edge, press that again, move it to the other edge, press that again, and then like whip it off and then repress it. So yeah, so that'll save a bit of time. So that should just be like one press.
Moving up in the ranks.
Yeah.
One hit wonder.
Well, we've done all right. We've done all right with that little Chinese warrior
with that bad boy. Far. How long's that lasted now? Nearly.
Well, it was just under a year. Got it in September last year. So in my eyes, it's less than a year old.
Was it? Is it just a year? September. And the whole rest of the time we were getting them from other places. Yeah. Okay. By Jigger.
We did a year getting them. Sourcing them and having the other companies print them for us. And then I decided to look into how do we actually do this.
And then we got vertically integrated.
We verticaled that shit.
Printing.
And now I'm like, let's outsource this bitch.
Yeah, I know. You were saying the other day, and I was going to remind you about all the problems we had when we were getting it from those other suppliers.
Yeah.
And they were sending the wrong thing, printing it on the wrong color, sending the wrong size.
Oh yeah, burning it,
printing the wrong logos. And it was
wonky.
and that was why we went down that road, wasn't it? Because then we had.
And now it's just me printing it on the wrong size, doing it in the wrong color.
Yeah, but when it's used,
burning it.
You can't blame anyone else then, can you?
That's the problem.
To go, oh well.
But we have got a good failure rate. I'm happy to talk about that failure rate.
On hit it.
Can't remember what it was now. 0.8% failure rate, wasn't it?
0. No, it was 0, wasn't it? 0 point.
I'm sure it was 0.8.
0.8%. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've done roughly 500 items are out there in the world of GBA merchandise, which, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, considering that we thought of it, just sat in our pants on the sofa, just chilling, going, I should do something. So yeah, I'm up to 497. When I get these other few bits done, it will be bang on 500 because I've got 3 bits to do when the heat press comes. Bang on 500. And 4 of those, unfortunately, have not been up to the desired quality. But what frustrates me is I haven't dialed in what exactly was the problem with those. So all I can do is reduce the variables, and so that I can figure that out. But I've replaced them. Anything that's gone wrong, I've just gone, yeah, here's how you can fix it if you want to. And I tell them how they can do it themselves if they want to. And then I go, I'll send you out a replacement. And they're all super cool, really cool about it.
That's good. At least people are cool.
People are cool.
It's pretty cool to replace it though as well. It haunts you, yeah, I bet it does. Yeah, that's not cool. If you like to do things right and they go wrong, that's not good. But maybe the new press helps get rid of that 0.8% or reduce it down.
I'm hoping it does.
Something less.
Because the Chinese warrior, we were talking about it the other day, there's a whole world of knowledge that you need on heat presses, which we haven't got. But one of them is that the heat should be consistent across the whole of that plate. And that was often not the case, because when I'd pull the lever, say it was a big design, like the block one, something like that, and I'd pull it down and I'd crank it up, have a look, start to peel off, part of the design would come away fine, and then other parts of the design would still be stuck to the backing. So it's like clearly not doing the same thing all over. Like the pressure needs to be even, the heat needs to be even, because the only thing I need to do is press it down and then wait like 5 to 10 seconds, depending on what sort of vinyl I'm using, and then should just.
You know what they say? Buy expensive, cry once.
Yeah.
But we didn't really know what was going to happen with that, did we?
Right.
In the first instance.
Right. So, did this one?
Yeah.
Did all my stuff.
Well, probably with the small ones like that, it's not so bad, is it? I thought it was going to be up and down. It's probably not so bad, but yeah, like you say, with the big one, if you've got a big one and the plate isn't consistently hot, then it's probably part of the issue why some of the things aren't sticking. Yeah. Is it predominantly shirts with big logos that don't stick? Bet it is.
No, there was one of the signature tees actually on the tri-blend fabric. This little garage here didn't bond, or after the first wash it started to unbond, and I'm like, it's tricky because I don't know how they washed it and all this kind of stuff, and I just say, well, I'll just replace it, that's fine. But if they're like washing it at a high temperature, then that can cause the glue to reactivate, and then like shit gets under the bond and all that kind of stuff. And who knows? You just take people at their word, don't you? They say, they message me and they go, I'm absolutely gutted. This is like start to come away, and I'm like, no, God, as well. Let me sort it. So I sort it.
Get it sorted. It's all right. We can sort it. Not a problem.
Yeah.
I think we jumped off the. No, I didn't really jump off topic. If you wanted to talk about that, that's cool. That is good. That'll be cool. When the new press comes, we can see how that goes. Yeah. I imagine that's one of the big things when you start to pay a bit more money for the press, is probably it actually heats to the temperature you want and is consistently across the plate, isn't it? So that'd be interesting to see with your infrared gun.
Yeah.
If it does actually heat.
Yeah, and I'll be able to
across the
use
plate to the
that
right temperature.
because as well as that, the one I have on order is like, so the bottom of the thing is like that, and it's like it just presses down like that and lifts up, and then you pull the drawer out. Whereas the one I have now is like you spin it away, so it never comes up like that. So to actually get the temperature of that one, you have to spin it out and then get the gun directly under it. Because if you hit it at an angle, then the temperature changes because it's off at an angle.
Yeah.
So this other one will be a bit easier to check because it's like up like that. So just
also, depending on the gun has some tolerance as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like tolerance on top of tolerance.
It's tolerance city out there.
Tolerance central.
Yeah. So yeah, I've well, we'll see. Something else to master. Something else to break.
Well, hopefully it won't break. With a bit more expensive one, we get a bit more time out of that one, and then to pull the trigger on some mega ones. Ultra one, like a triple one or something. You just go tripling down on everything.
Yeah,
pretty good.
I like the look of those screen print things. They're like big, like on a big Lazy Susan, like on a turnstile, aren't they? They spin it and then they print them, and the next one, then they spin it, and the next one comes around. Screen print. They're just like rotating around.
Screen print, like dragging the die across.
Yeah,
the pattern.
You need a lot of room.
And then you have to cure it and everything, don't you, as well? Like a UV light or outside or something like that, don't you, as well? I think the best way is, well, some of the faster ways are the way we do it. And then that DTG stuff, but that's mega expensive. It's like minimum 10 grand maybe, or 20 for a machine. Maybe.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Expensive.
Do you know how much creatine you can get with that? You can get a whole mountain of creatine with that.
Yeah, a lot of creatine for that, man. Yeah, you get a few sacks, a few hundred
wagonfuls.
Tell me about your competition.
My competition, I had to keep reminding myself that I was just there to have fun with my friends. Because my team came 8th out of 11, so not bottom. We didn't come last, and I crushed my finger in between 2 kettlebell handles. So that then that was on workout 2, and that then on workout 4, what I iced it the whole day. So I had these cold packs for my knee. So I took 2 frozen cold packs. So after a workout, I could just put some cold on my knee, which is what I do after I train. So I then used those to keep on my finger, and I kept putting them in the Nocco fridge. They got like an energy drink fridge there. So I kept putting them back in, and I had 2, and I was rotating them around. And it was hanging on in there. It was like, yeah, it was sore, and it was a little bit not good. I tried to hold on to there was another kettlebell and another thing I tried to hold on to, that was a bit sore. Then I got into the last workout and it was fine, and I put some wrist wraps on because we were going to be doing some stuff, wall balls and
dumbbell
some stuff, just some stuff that I thought I'm going to put my wrist wraps on just for a little bit of wrist wrap action, and put my wrist wrap on, had a little practice on a box jump, and as I jumped up on the box, I swung my arms to give some momentum, my finger started to throb, and I looked down and it was literally like twice the size. I was like, oh no. But I think I got away with it. I don't think it's broken. It's fine. I've been training on it all week. I was like, oh, this is going to mess up training for the whole week. This fucking thing's purple. It's like, I'm not going to be able to like hold a bar. I'm not going to be able to hang off a bar. I'm not going to be able to do anything. It's just going to be like biking and air squats and shit like that. So I think I got away with it. Like most of my injuries, my accidental injuries, not my like ailments, I managed to skirt the right side of fucking myself over.
What I don't understand is how you managed to trap your finger between 2 kettlebell handles.
Oh, easily, because I'm an idiot.
Okay.
So we were doing kettlebell lunges. So front rack, 2 24 kilo kettlebells. So we lunge in 10 meters, and then the next person would pick up the next. So there's a variety of weights, like 4 different weights. And as a team, you had to get them back and forward 3 times, and it was just one at a time. So I went into 24s, and as I came to my last lunge and I stood up, I put them down, in front of me, in between my feet.
Mm.
And as I put them down together, because they're quite heavy for me, I put them down on the floor, and they just went. So the handles were like there, and they just went.
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, that was sore."
Oh,
I was like, "Oh man."
That's a nipper.
But you only should really need to learn that lesson one time, to put them down on the outside of your feet. I should have just gone down on the outside of my feet. I didn't. I went down and I swung them into the middle, like, because that's where kettlebells go generally when I use them, is I swing them into the middle. So yeah, so I'll probably do that again, but I shouldn't do that again.
That was going to be the question. Was that the first time that you have been through that lesson?
Yeah, I've never done that with a kettlebell before. I've squashed my finger like with plates and stuff, like trying to put plates on and just like clang, 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 clang. Fuck. Yeah, so I've done that. I've done plenty of stupid stuff. Just
on the toe, a 20 on the toe is a good one. Or a dumbbell on the toe as well, through some training. So I think I dropped, when I was training in Luton, I dropped a 35 when I was actually strong. I dropped a 35 kilo dumbbell, I think, on my toe.
Yeah.
It's grim.
And then that's the thing. Like, if anybody's around, they're going, well, don't drop dumbbells. It's like, just don't drop the dumbbells.
Yeah, I think I might not have even actually dropped it. I think I went to put it down, and because that was a bit heavy at the time, it got a bit out of control and just went on my toe. So that was not ideal. And on little fingers, I managed to whack my little finger riding enduro one day. I pinned it, and it went purple as well, and then it got swollen. I thought, that's fine. But after 2 days, it was so purple and so big that I had to go to a hospital, and I was struggling to get there with it. Just my little finger, man, that was so painful. It's unbelievable. So be careful if it starts to get really swollen, because what I'd done, I think, is whack the nail into the nail bed and then managed to get somehow infected. Wow. And the whole thing swelled up like insanely big, and then they had to drill the nail and squidge it and squidge everything out.
I don't know if you saw.
I lost the nail.
That was how it was the next day. Yeah.
But you didn't whack the nail, and you whacked the.
No, it's in the. I'd like to call it the forearm of the finger. So if the tip, you got the tip and then the middle bit. No, it wasn't even the knuckle.
It's not the first knuckle. It's after the first knuckle. It's probably got a name, isn't it? A phalange or something like that.
Yeah, the shaft.
Task.
The second shaft.
So
we came 8th, and I suppose the thing which was the tricky bit was we were in the first heat for all the workouts. So there was 3 teams per heat, and there were 4 heats. So there was 11 teams, so they had like an odd number at the end. Yeah. So we would get told the workout, and then it's like, right, heat 1, go warm up. So we go straight in and start warming up, and then we've got like 5 minutes, if that, to figure out how we're going to do it, because there's a lot of strategy involved. Unless you're just flat out and you can just smash everybody, you should really think about what you're doing. I've never done a competition like that, and I've never worked in a 4, so you have to coordinate. Like, a lot of the stuff is synchro, and it's understanding the instructions that you're given, what you actually have to do, and then applying that, and then make sure everybody's doing it right. Just didn't come together, really. Just was difficult to do that. The benefit that the other heats had was that they could watch what you did and then go, cool, right, so they're doing it like that, they're going slower than these people, those people are doing it like that, okay, let's do that. So they get to see everybody else figure out the workout. But I did have a good time. Go on.
Maybe it would have been nice if they'd have rotated the first.
Rotate the heats, yeah.
Heat people.
Yeah.
It's quite a big advantage, isn't it, to see who's going first and who's doing what.
Yeah.
Because then you can eliminate your strategy or not. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but I did enjoy it, and the team was great that we had, and they're like really impressed with a lot of the stuff that they were doing. We had like a good all-round team. Like, there wasn't much stuff that we couldn't do. There wasn't anybody who was like the really strong one. Like, teams had like the beast in the team, and then they had like some people who were like absolute beginners, whereas we just had quite like an all-round all round decent team. I did get a PB with a power clean as well, which was nice at 95 kilos. So the 100 is coming. That was good. I enjoyed that. There's a nice little wave, like a power clean wave. So they go like 3 people go, then you had 30 seconds to lift, and then the next 3 people went 30 seconds to lift. Next three. So you like every 90 seconds, you hit a lift and you had 30 seconds. So you could hit it twice. So if you failed the first one, you could go again. But yeah, I think I did like 85, 90, and then I'd never power cleaned anything more than 90 before. So I thought, right, I'll go 95, and I just fucking flew up, and I was like, nah.
Yes, please. And then like your last attempt, you couldn't have another go like they do on World's Strongest Man or whatever when you get it, and then they just go, I can't go again. Just go for the record. Just go for the record.
Couldn't go again. So I'll get that this year. I'd like to get that. That'd be cool. 100.
And which workout was that in?
That was workout 2. Was it 2?
So without workout 1, you could probably, at least if it wasn't 1, then you were not fresh, are you? So
yeah, it wasn't the first one. But this was interesting thing, like we were talking about diet and mindset and stuff the other week when we had a good old delve into that. So that's my roundup of the competition, by the way. Phil did a really good job of organising it. It was a good day, and yeah, I could have done better, but I didn't come last, and that's my motto: don't come last. So I was thinking about this. I obviously talked to you about getting some food and what to get, and I went out and got the stuff. Like I think I got like a little salad bar thing and some watermelon chunks and like a smoothie, like a fruit smoothie from the supermarket in the lunch. And so that was good. So I felt really good like throughout the day. I didn't really feel tired. I didn't really feel like I was struggling, but that then made me think, well, am I trying hard enough? But not having done that amount of like not having done 4 workouts within a day, like 4 CrossFit style workouts, I didn't know like how do I need to like really push or save some energy or what was it? So I was just trying to keep up with the rest of my team basically. And then the next at the end of the day, I was like, oh, I feel like I've been there all day. You know, when you're at a place all day and you're like, oh, like I might have to like have like a big dinner or something like that. You're like, oh, it'd be cool to have like a takeaway or a Chinese or something, like treat myself because I've been doing this thing all day. So I didn't do that, but that was in my head. So I didn't go and do that. And I just had a normal, decent meal. I can't remember what I had now, but it was just a normal food and no snacks or anything like that. And then I was talking to people about the competition the following day. So I went and trained on the Monday. And Matt there was like, yeah, I like got home, had the Chinese, the works, the ribs, the this, the that. And I was like, yeah, I felt like I wanted to do that. Like, I know why you might have gone ahead and done that. And then I said to him, you only actually trained, give or take, for an hour. Like the rest of the day was just hanging out, chatting and watching people do it. Like that, there was no real justification of having a full-blown Chinese. It's like, oh, I've done my competition. Or there wasn't, like, when you look back, you're like, yeah, the workouts were like 20 minutes for the first one. Then it was 3 lifts in the next one. And it was like 5 minutes 40 for the next one. And then it was like 12, it was like less than an hour's worth of training.
Yeah, you only need a little refuel after that, not 4,000 calories from Chinese. No? But yeah, it's tricky that one, isn't it? Because you think, well, yeah, I've sort of earned that, but when you whack that Chinese in, probably the next day you're going to feel rough because it's full of muck. You pumped in a load of calories that you didn't really need. Probably that's put you a little step backwards. So that's quite a leap forwards to not do that, isn't it? To not eat that.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So I literally so since I said to you, I went paddleboarding, didn't I, that Sunday, had some food, smashed a load of granola slices in, and then I was like, fuck that. So that was 2 weeks ago. So since that moment on that Monday, I've not had any of the snacks. Like, I've not done anything. Any evening snacking has just been like, just good. I say good, just normal, my normal diet. No evening snacks, no other snacks. I just stuck to it. Tried to drink water, but I'm hit and miss with that. But I weighed myself and I'm like 1.5 kilos down in 2 weeks. Pretty crazy. Shredded out a little bit, which is nice.
It changes really fast, isn't it? Changes so fast.
That's the
when
bit.
You get on it.
That was the nice bit.
Yeah.
Feeling a little
I've
bit more
been doing
cut.
similar because I knocked the coffee on the head, and then I just had one day, and I think I just went to bed a little bit late. And then in the afternoon, one day, I was really sleepy in that like afternoon slump.
Yeah,
and the other days, I'd managed to go through it. And that day, I was just like, I just can't. I've got stuff to do, and I need to wake up. So that day, I thought I'll try a coffee and see if I can concentrate still. And I drank it, and it woke me up, but I couldn't concentrate.
Yeah.
So that was quite a good little experiment because I was out of the coffee loop, feeling pretty good. Energy was good in the morning, was training every day in the morning, managing to do that, go to work, getting through the day. The sleep in the evening helped. And then one afternoon, I was like, okay, I'll have a coffee. And then that afternoon, I couldn't concentrate. And that night, I couldn't sleep. And the next day, I was tired. And I think the Matthew Walker video I was watching was basically saying that you can end up getting into this loop of coffee where the coffee means that you don't sleep very well in the evening, because I'm super sensitive to it, I think is the problem. Some people just aren't on it. So just deal with it. Super sensitive to coffee. So then when I have one in the afternoon, when I try to sleep that evening, I don't sleep. Yeah. And then the next day I'm tired. So then I need the coffee to wake up. And then it goes into a loop of more and more coffee until I just feel terrible. And then I'm like, man, I need to stop this. So this week, I think I managed to get through the whole week basically without, because it was the previous week, wasn't it, that we were talking about it? Yes. Yeah. So I managed to get through that, and then also knocked out a bunch of rice from what I was eating as well, which I think was making me sleepy too. So just gone from rice to vegetables instead, and trying to keep on top of that, because I'm getting a little bit out of out of routine with food in the day. And one is super expensive. I think we talked about that already. One is super expensive to like eat out, isn't it? Not even every day, just like a couple of times. And then two, you end up eating muck that you don't want. So I've been pretty on it with that the whole week, which has been really cool. And then today, because I've been on it with those things, and I just had a bunch of stuff around me that was also not allowing me to concentrate. Like I had a load of papers on the table I was supposed to deal with, and a load of other things. And I just didn't feel very good. And I was just like, I just can't concentrate. And I thought, is it all this crap? Because I was thinking about doing that stuff all the time. I need to do that. I need to do that. I need to do that. But then I was doing other things, not getting around to doing that. And then so today I just cleared out all that stuff. I was going to go ride this morning. I thought I'm just going to clear out all this stuff. So I cleared it out, all the table, cleared out all the papers, got a couple of papers left to do. And now I can concentrate. It's crazy. Yeah. It's really interesting.
It doesn't make a difference when that stuff is like rattling around in the back of your brain. Even if you can't see it, there's stuff that you know you should have done, or like that you need to do. It's not even stuff that you need to do, because if you really needed to do it,
then
you would have done it. But it's stuff that you should do. It's like so I mowed the lawn today, which I fucking hate. You know, I hate that. So, oh my god, the cat shit. It reached a new level. It reached a whole new fucking level today. I was picking this cat shit up. I picked the cat shit up, and this is graphic content. Okay, so if you've got a sensitive stomach, just mute it for a minute. I picked this cat shit up, and it fell to pieces. It just like sand, and maggots came pouring out of it.
Oh god!
And I was like, seriously, what is wrong with this fucking cat? What is wrong with this cat? There's been blood in it. It's like, what the fuck is up with this fucking cat? This goddamn cat that keeps shitting in my garden needs to go to the vet. That thing is not well.
Whose cat is it though?
Oh, I don't know.
Have you seen the cat?
I don't know. It's Freddy fucking Krueger's cat by the look of that. That was awful. I was just like, you're fucking kidding me. So that's one of those things, like, so I'll unwind the original job that I have needed to do for probably 3 years. Okay, so don't nag me every 6 months. If I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. I've been meaning to oil the deck at the back of the house for 3 years, because the first time I oiled that fucking deck, it took me the best part of 3 days. It's just a job I just do not want to do. The thing is the width of the house. So it's, what's the house like? It's like nearly 10 meters wide. And I think it's like a good 3 meters deep. So the thing is fucking massive. And And every time I think about oiling this deck, I'm like, right, I'm just going to go out and get the oil and get the deck brush and just go for it. Today's the day. And then I look outside of the deck and I go, no, because the grass isn't mowed. So I need to mow the grass because otherwise I can't get to the side of the deck. Right. Okay. I fucking hate mowing that grass. Right. I'll go mow the grass. Okay. I've got to get all the stuff out of the shed, get ready for it. I don't know. Can't start yet because there's going to be cat shit. So I've got to go get rid of the cat. It's just like these jobs just like start to stack up. And this fucking deck, man, I will also have to clean the deck before I can oil the deck. So it's like this job is just this never-ending job. Yeah. I was like, and I can't, if I pressure wash the thing, I'm then going to have to wait for the thing to dry. And I'm going to do a bad job at this because I don't want to fucking do it. So I'm going to do the worst job at this because I'm going to rush it and it's going to look shit. So all of this stuff, I mean, this deck, I'm going to have to burn this deck and just start again or pay somebody else to do it because the fucking thing is not getting done.
Maybe that's the answer.
My deck.
You can't just mow next to it. You've decat shitted now anyway, though.
So the lawn has been done. So every 2 weeks the lawn gets done. But yeah, so today would be the deck oil day because the lawn is right butted up against the deck. So now that's sort of all trimmed out and stuff. I could do it, but it's just like.
So what have you got left to do now about that deck?
I got to
clean the deck.
I got to clean the whole thing.
So next week you're going to tell me you cleaned it and you oiled it.
I'm going to tell you I haven't done that.
Do it, man.
I don't want to do that.
It's important.
You do it.
How you do one thing is how you do everything. All right.
Yeah, half-arse it.
Yeah, it's the problem. No? Do it. Get it done.
Okay, I'm gonna strap little cloths to Harrison and Chloe's hands and feet.
They could help you, couldn't they?
Yeah,
what do you need to do to clean it? You need to pressure wash it.
Pressure wash it and then brush it all off. Brush all the water off so it dries out without. Because if you pressure wash it, the water with all the crap goes up and down the deck, and it just sits back on the deck. So what's the point in pressure washing it? So you actually need to brush the whole thing off.
And it needs to be properly clean, I suppose. You're going to oil it.
Otherwise because otherwise I'm just going to oil the whole green grot into it.
What about if you just had a nice big garden of grass with no deck?
Yeah, then I'd have to mow. I'd have more to mow then.
It's true. That wouldn't be such an exercise, would it?
Well, here's the thing with the oiling, it should just be once a year. Whereas with the grass, it's every 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. It's hours.
You just deck the whole thing.
Yeah.
You deck the whole thing, and then there wouldn't be a cat poo issue either.
Yeah. I'll just gravel it.
Then the cat could poo in the gravel. And then you'd have like Maggie gravel.
That'd be gross. But yeah, so I did that today. So I squatted and then so that's it. I did my squats once a week. I'll come back to that. Got the lawn. How
did we get onto the lawn anyway? We were talking about your competition, right?
Yeah, but when I mow the lawn, I have to tell people about it because it's such an ordeal. I need to get it off my chest. Otherwise, I hold a lot of resentment in.
About it.
We were talking about stuff. We were talking about stuff which gets in the way of you doing other stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Makes you feel like you can't concentrate. Yeah. And I'm the same. Like in the office, so the spare room that I use as an office, I've got like a corner with the guitars in, and then I've got like Claire's dressing table and stuff there, and then behind me is all boxes of stock and stuff for GBA, and then I've got like the heat press table there, and then underneath that is the printer, so the vinyl cutter, and then I've got like a chest of drawers, like a bedside cabinet style drawers, and on top of that is like offcuts of vinyl. Basically like a bin bag full of receipts that I need to sort out. And that's when you said about you having paperwork, that immediately in the corner of my eye, like I could see that shit there. And I was like, and I've been thinking all week, I need to sort that shit out. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, just like a horse with blinkers. I'm like, I need to sort that shit out. I can't look at it anymore.
Honest God, it's amazing. No, I've done it. I'm looking at the table now where it all was. I'm just like, oh my God, that's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you. Nice. I get you. But yeah, that does that, and like I say, even when you can't see it and you know it's there, you know it needs to be done. You're just like, oh. It's like getting a haircut. It's like, oh,
that bugs me too. But I think it's just like a mental cue there, isn't it? Like you've got all that stuff in the queue, and then you can't concentrate on whatever you're trying to do now because you think, oh yeah, because then next I need to go and do all that paperwork.
Yeah, I had a similar thing with some printing and things that I was doing. I think I like had a certain day that I thought, all right, I need to at least do it on this day is the last day that I need to do it. And I think I did it like 2 days early, and I felt so much better than just leave, because otherwise it's like I say, it's like in a corner, it's in a box in the corner. It's like I stack up what I need to do, and I'm like, that stack sort of starts to creep up. I'm like, no, I need to get rid of that, because it's like there. I'm like, oh God, it's looming at me. Yeah. So then when I hit it early, I'm like, oh, feel better for it just for getting it done early.
Yeah, I'm trying hard just to jump on everything. Just jump on, get it.
Yeah,
it helps. But it's tricky, isn't it?
It's not easy. Good. I did some other bits and pieces in the evening. Like I've just been trying to like use the evenings to like decompress and not do anything. But then I actually feel so much better when I've completed something and I've actually been productive. Because otherwise I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to go to sleep to then do the stuff tomorrow. So I might as well do the stuff now. And then I won't be waiting to do it in the morning.
Yeah, that's all I feel like, to be honest, is like that. I got all these things to do. Okay, I'll jump, but I don't stop. I'm just like always doing something. It's just like always trying to get to the next thing. But yeah, is what it is, isn't it? Yeah. And when I can't remember the last time that I had a holiday, when I just had a holiday.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because I don't really enjoy it, because I'm just thinking, okay, now I need to do the next thing. I need to be waiting to get on to doing the thing that the holiday is there to stop me doing.
Yeah, after the holiday, get the holiday out of the way.
After the holiday,
yeah. But, I'll tell you what I have done.
Go on then.
One's week is done. So I'm sat here thinking, God, no wonder I feel tired. So do you want me to run through the numbers? I'll run the numbers with you.
Yeah, run the numbers.
Because we spoke about it the other day, didn't we? Last week, I said I was coming into this competition, coming out of threes week. A good job there wasn't much heavy lifting in that competition, because I needed all my strength for this week. So this week, it is overhead press was 52 kilos for 4. Just move past that. Don't lock that in. Don't commit that to memory.
You're looking for.
And then I hit deadlift 173 kilos for a set of 5.
Okay, so that's on track, isn't it? That's
because the previous week I did 164 for 5. So that was okay. Well, no, that's really good then, isn't it? And that was 164 for 5. And that was week. On the limit of that 5, or did you have a little bit in the bank on that 5? You must have had something in the bank. Otherwise, this time you wouldn't have got 173. Yeah, I can't quite remember. I wasn't feeling very fresh.
Was that wasn't the one where you did 8 and you were going for 9, was it?
That was the previous one. Yeah, I think it was one of the last posts I did. Yeah, it was the last post of deadlift on the posts. Was that one? Yeah, I think it just wasn't. Yeah, I just wasn't really feeling it. When I watch it back, I'm like, why did you not like pull that another 2 times? And then I remember how I felt pulling it for like the last rep, and I felt like everything was going to fall off. So that's why I didn't do it. Bench, you might like this: 100 kilos for 4.
Wow, nice. Why have I not seen any of this then? Did you not post any of this?
I haven't. No, I didn't get the bench. I haven't posted the bench.
You didn't even tell me either? What is this?
No, I saved it for this. Because otherwise this would be a fake conversation, because you already know.
That's true.
Save up a lot of stuff. That's why we don't text much, because I'm telling you all about it here. Otherwise I'm always on my fucking phone.
Yeah.
So that was good, because the previous week was 94 kilos for 5. So now I'm knocking on the door of 100 kilo bench press for a set of 5.
Nice.
That's sweet. So
then when, like I was saying before, there wasn't it that when you told me you did like 90 something for 8 or something like that, and then when you're around there at 105, then you're looking at like 115s and upwards for 1 rep, which is cool. I'm still miles away with all that.
Good. Stay there. I mean, you'll get there, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the annoying thing for you. It takes you about 2 weeks. It takes me about 4 years. And then squat I did today was 140 kilos for 4. But that was going to pop my shit off. I was going to shit my spine out on that. So I just went, I'm not fucking picking this up.
Alien style, just wide open.
I'm not going for this again. So yeah, so that was pretty decent because the previous week was 133 for 6. So
what are you going to do about squat then? If that was a 4 and that was grim, was it a 4 and grim because you did something else that made it grim, or does that need to go back a step?
No, I'm all right with that. Bench is at 4, squat is at 4.
Yeah, but bench is okay. Yeah, bench is fine and deadlift is fine, but you could reset. Well, that's okay. 4's all right.
Yeah, I'm happy with 4.
Good day.
4 on a one week. That's fine. I'll wait till it starts getting down to
but
2s, 1s, and 0s like I did before.
You can also do a test in your deload. I'll have to read it, what it actually is. Go back through the 531 Forever book, but there's like a test protocol in there that you can do in your deload week to work out what your basically like your training max should be for your ones week. Yeah. I think it's basically just see if you can do 5 with 90%
okay
of your training max. I think I have to check.
So deloads here.
That all sounds pretty sweet, dude, to be fair, considering what are they?
Deloads it.
Look, we've got our ankle today.
Hang on, I'm going to get closer.
I'm a bit washed out.
Yeah, you're a bit pale there.
Yeah, a bit washed out.
So yeah.
That's good. That's really good, because that's just step by step, chipping away, rep at a time. I think it's really good as well that you managed to get your head around the non-purple brain explosion reps and just stop those. That's really good, because like you're more or less pretty healthy in quite a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Your knee, but I think that's pretty good.
And the actual functional fitness side of things is going pretty well as well. So
yeah, I was thinking this today. So I was thinking that's pretty crazy that you're improving on that and improving on your strength stuff at the same time. Because I was thinking, oh man, I need to catch back up basically. But when I catch back up fast, my elbows and stuff start to fall to bits. I think I need to catch back up. But actually, like fitness wise, you're also fit at the moment as well with the strength that you've got.
Yeah,
that's quite a job to catch up. And I don't really do any of the other fitness stuff, and then, unless there's some sort of event where we get to go and ride a bike, and then maybe I would. But
I didn't feel very fit the other day. I posted up my hang squat cleans from the other morning, didn't I? Which was quite nice. And I fell out the back of a 60 kilo one. I got the first 2 reps, and then I caught the third one, but couldn't stand it up because I just had no stability like there. I was just like, couldn't hold on to it. And then we did this workout as an AMRAP. I can't remember how many minutes it was, 12 minutes, something like that. And you do 6 hang squat cleans with 40 kilos into 12 burpees over the bar, into 12 overhead squats with the same bar, so 40 kilos, into 6 bar muscle ups. And I got 2 rounds and 8 of the overhead squats. So it's like 26 reps. And man, that was so gassy. That was so bad. It was like, I thought I was going to do really well, because I thought, well, yeah, that's not a heavy weight, like 40 kilos. Hang squat snatch. Yeah. And man, I just got like my lungs. I just couldn't get any air into my lungs. And then I was just trying to do, I did my muscle ups came back a little bit. I managed to get 4 in a row, like without unbroken. Whereas before I was really struggling with it, just doing singles, dropping down, single, dropping down, single, dropping down. I was like slung 4 together. Yeah, bar muscle ups, slung 4 together. So that was cool, but fuck, that was bad. That was bad. Gassy.
I think that's the problem. Well, it's not a problem, is it? It's just part of it when it's a lightweight, is that you can move quite fast. And a combination of like load and moving fast is a killer.
I like to go fast on the burpees over the bar as well. I've got like a nice little rhythm, like a nice canter when I go that, but that like rips through you. It's fucking quick, especially when like, if you do 5, it's nothing. It's like 5 done. When it's like 10, 12 or like even 20, like 20 on that would have been horrendous. Yeah, 12 was just the wrong side of okay. Yeah,
you made it. You made it through.
Also did quite a cool cool workout called 300, which I believe is a Bergeron workout, Ben Bergeron. I wasn't going to do it because I benched. I didn't want to do it because it had some shoulder and chest stuff in it, which would have impacted on my bench. So I went in and I benched in the morning, and then I saw some people were doing it, and I was like, oh, I quite fancy that. So I went back in at lunch and I did it on my own in the lunch break. And it's quite a nice one. You might be able to try it because it's just stuff you can do at home. It's 5 strict pull-ups, and then it's 10 dumbbell movements, and I'll tell you what the dumbbell movements are, and then it's 15 sit-ups.
5 strict pull-ups.
5 strict pull-ups, and then 10 of a dumbbell movement, which I'll tell you.
10 of a dumbbell movement.
Yeah, I'll tell you what the movements are.
Okay.
And then after that is 15 sit-ups. So from the sit-ups, then you go back to the pull-ups, dumbbell, sit-ups, pull-ups, dumbbell, sit-ups.
Okay.
So there's 10 rounds. Yeah. Round 1, you do dumbbell push press. So you do 5 pull-ups, 10 dumbbell push press, and then 15 sit-ups. Yeah. And then round 2 is dumbbell burpees. So it's like a burpee and then a deadlift with the dumbbells and then back into a burpee. Yeah. So you just, rather than jump, you just stand up holding the dumbbells. Round 3 is power cleans. So from the floor to your shoulder is 10 every time. Mm-hmm. Round 4 is bench press.
Bench press or floor press?
Well, it's bench press, but if you haven't got a bench, you could do it on the floor. Some people, because they haven't got enough benches there, they did it on the floor. I did it on the bench. Then lunges. So you're holding onto them. Mm-hmm. Then front squats. They were gross.
Yeah, all sounds pretty gross.
Bent over rows.
I like those. Single arm or double?
Double.
Double is fast.
Yeah. Alternating dumbbell snatches. So that's single arm.
Yeah.
Dumbbell deadlifts. Obviously they're dumbbell. Everything's with a dumbbell. Don't know why I keep saying dumbbell. And then the last one's thrusters.
Sounds great. And is there a time cap?
Time cap is 25 minutes.
What did you do?
Your boy, 20. I got it in 15 minutes, 16 seconds. Christ.
With what weight?
22.5 kilo dumbbells, pair of 22.5s.
How are you doing that? And then you can only press 52.5 for 4.
It's push press. So it's a lot of leg.
15 minutes and 6 seconds.
15 minutes and 16 seconds.
16 seconds. With 22.5. Jeez Louise.
I was not the fastest there either. There was a lot of fast. There was one dude did it in 13 minutes. Wow. Luke did it RX Plus. So he did it with 30 kilo dumbbells and GHD sit-ups. And he did it in 14 minutes, 50 seconds.
I haven't got a GHD sit-up.
Yeah, so never mind. I think Em did it in about 7 minutes. No, I don't know what she did. She did it. Wow. She did the same as Luke, though. She did it with the GHD sit-ups and just fucking destroyed it. Just destroyed it. Yeah, that was good.
So I'll do something similar to this one, which is it's a Ross one, and it's something like I've done variations of it. It's 10 rounds, and it's 5 pull-ups. And then it's, I think, maybe 10 burpees.
Yeah.
And then 15 medicine ball slams. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Like that. You just do 10 rounds. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So yeah, the workout is called 300. If you're listening,
or you want to
look it up.
10.
It's called 300.
Don't need to look it up. You just write it all down.
I'm talking to the audience.
Look it up, audience.
Those listeners that we do have. We have listeners. And then after that, so this is something which just, if you want to get a good arm pump on and a good shoulder and chest pump on, it was
with these.
It was 10 down to 1 handstand push-ups. So you do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's out. You could do like strict press.
No.
No, okay.
Do one handstand
How are you going to do that?
or street press. I can.
And in between each, so after each set, so after you do the 10, 9, 8, 10, you do 10 bicep curls with the barbell. So even after you've done one handstand push, so you finish on the bicep curls, fucking hell. 10-minute time cap. I did it in 9 minutes 46. I was literally hip thrusting the bar at the end. I was like, I was like trying to get it in, man. That was fucking awful. But then I came away and my forearms were just like, they were massive. I was like Popeye. I was like, oh my God. Like, couldn't even get my shirt off. So, that was good. That was a good pump sesh.
Sounds good. I need to do something tomorrow because I finished all my training for the week. But I'll do something tomorrow, some conditioning. So I didn't try my flat track one yet. And now because I've tied it up, I don't know where I put with my flat track.
You'll have to watch last week's podcast.
That is true. Yeah, I can do that, can't I?
I have to listen in.
Find it.
Take notes again.
I just like notebooks for everything. Cool. So
I've hit everything. I've hit everything on my list.
I'm done. How are we doing for time?
Just over an hour.
Oh my God.
Thereabouts. I did freestyle it when your computer logged off and logged back on again about the heat press, but I think we got away with it.
You are. Yeah.
I think we got away with it.
On the coffee thing, I was watching, you know what happens when you talk about something, somehow Google knows you've talked about it, tells YouTube, and then YouTube just hammers you with all those videos about stopping drinking coffee. And I was watching this video about this 6-minute long, something about this guy who also stopped drinking coffee. And it was about all the benefits of drinking coffee. But for some reason, he decided it would be a good idea for these people who were thinking, well, maybe I should stop that, to put the most, no, not free adverts of coffee, but the most, what do you call it? Images and videos that would make you want to drink coffee. Basically the coffee coming out of the machine, this brown nectar going into the thing.
Oh, baby.
The frothy milk.
Talk to me.
I was like, why are you putting this in? Why have you put this in this video? Because all I wanted to do after I saw that was drink a coffee.
Who was the video made by? Nescafe.
No,
Brought to you in conjunction with Dow Egberts.
Unbelievable, man. This guy's just going, oh yeah, I feel so good after not drinking coffee. Yeah, I can concentrate, I can sleep. And then he's got these literally promotional coffee shots in this thing.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. And then I had to try and not drink coffee.
Yeah. They should have had pictures of people just fucking hanging in the morning.
Well, it's like that.
A cup of coffee,
saying,
trying to shake.
The guy's gone to Alcoholics Anonymous, and then he's showing someone with a super frosty glass
crisp, frosty pint, with that butter knife just scraping that froth off the top. Oh man, my mouth properly watered then. I don't even drink.
Exactly. Well, this is the problem, isn't it? It's unbelievable. What else have I done? I trained obviously all week, and mine has ramped up a little bit. So today was supposed to be, when I did the preview, because it's Juggernaut AI, you can do a preview of the day. I like to do the preview of the day, and you don't like it. So I like to know what's coming. So I did the preview of the day, and it said 130 kilo deadlift for 2 sets of 6, because now my stuff is starting to ramp up. So I was like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. And then when I actually did it, because you then have to put in whether you slept and how you feel for the day. And I normally, to be honest, just put it's 6 to 8 hours sleep.
It's okay.
Yeah. And then basically it's all 3. It's you can go 1 to 5, and 1 is bad and 5 is amazing. It's just 3, 3, 3, 3.
Yeah.
So I pressed go, and then it said 100 and I think it came down to 120 or something like that. So that was a bit disappointing, but just 120 for 6 felt pretty good. All my joints felt good. Whacked that up and down, set up the GoPro. That was cool because the gym's all tidy.
Yeah.
Managed to film that. So that's going to be cool. So that'll go on a reel or a story. And the actual place looks pretty cool now. After I was whining about that, wasn't I? Saying, my stuff doesn't look very good.
Yeah.
So sorted that out today, which is really cool. And it feels much nicer to train down there as well now, because basically I just cleared everything out. Because before I had some boxes of bike stuff and had a little trolley with a bunch of crap in and everything, and now that as well is all cleaned out. So I've just got training stuff down there, which is really cool.
Yeah, you say that, I'm just looking at just junk right in front of me. It's just
it's doing me in, man. I mean, in yours you have to have a bit of junk in it because it's your garage as well, isn't it? But this room really can just be a room for training. I've got skis down there and a few other bits and pieces, but they're part of it really, so that's pretty cool. But this other stuff I had in there was just these boxes, and they were like, the boxes were all smashed up and they were just bugging me. It was another thing that I think it just in the corner of my mind, I was thinking, that's just bugging me. So I cleared all them up, trained today, deadlift first, and then squat. And actually the deadlift went down. So I thought it was going to be 2 sets of 130, but in the end it said 1 set of 6 at some range, and I did 120. And then I was like 6 reps, 6 RPE. So that means you've got plenty in reserve. And I thought, that will go up for the next one. And it went down to 112. And I was like,
maybe
so
it's priming you for something horrific.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I was thinking, I wanted to do 130. I was like thinking, this will be cool because I'll get to do something a bit heavier. And then it went to 112, and then that was fine. But after that, I had 4 sets of squats between 87.5 and originally was like 92.5, but that felt pretty good. So in the end, I got up to a set of 100 for 8. So I think I did 87.5, 92.5, 95, and 100 for 8. So 4 sets.
Decent.
Then Romanian deadlifts, some long sets of those, like cardio.
Love those Romanian deadlifts.
They're just in there all the time. So because I picked improve hamstrings, I think. It's just gone crazy with Romanian deadlift, basically. But they don't change very much. They don't really ramp up much. So it's gone back down again to like sets with 62.5. So I just did a bunch of reps with that, 15 reps. And then the worst one today was single leg hip thrust. So you like lie with your back on a bench. Mm-hmm. You're like a bridge, basically, but with your back elevated. Mm-hmm. And then just lift your hips with one leg. Last week, I think I did like 12 or 15 reps, something like that. So the program increases the max and said just with 2.5 kilos. So I put a little plate on my hips. Yeah. My God. And I started to get cramp in both my legs. I was trying to do 15. I started to get cramp in both my legs as I was getting towards 15 rank. That's cool. And then ab wheel to finish. So that's pretty cool. So it was actually quite a nice session to finish the week. It's good.
Done quite a lot of hip thrusting in my day. Yeah. This rehab thing was a lot of that, but not with your back on a bench, which I can imagine is probably a bit of a fucker and a little bit painful.
I think
as well.
Probably makes it a little bit more difficult, maybe.
Yeah, but I think it's good for me. You have to support your weight the whole time.
Yeah, it's not like a glute bridge on the floor so much because you're then lifting everything.
Yeah, you're lifting. You're definitely will be lifting.
You're holding more weight. Once you're up in the elevated position, then you're holding more weight on rather than being down on the floor. Yeah. So that was cool. And then the rest of the week was good. One of the days was super long, just a really long upper body day. And now that I told it this week, everything felt pretty good. It's now like supersetted the life out of everything for next week. So that'll be interesting. It's like 1 week is pretty straightforward, and then the next 5 weeks just go bananas. That was cool. And then on Friday afternoon, I went for a road ride with a push bike. I haven't done a road ride for ages, but got a puncture. So that's rubbish. Got a puncture, fixed it, got back, went to put some air in it. Put some air in it because I pumped it up with like a little pump, blew the inner tube when I put more air in, put another tube in, blew that tube, and then found out that there was a big hole in the side of the tyre. So that's why it was blowing up, because the inner tube was going out of the tyre. So now I have to fix that.
That's an expensive lesson.
It's not too bad with the inner tube, but I think I hit something pretty hard when I was riding. I think that's what pinched the tyre and blew that out, and then the inner tube went out of the hole twice and blew up the flat track bike as well straight away last week. So that was good.
Save
on that.
Save that blowing up a bike story for next time, dude.
Got loads of stories.
Got all the stories.
Didn't even get onto any of my stories.
I know. I did well.
What about you?
I sidetracked you for like an hour and 10 minutes.
The second born.
I took control of that shit.
Yeah. Just slamming them out there. It's good.
Yeah. We'll do exploding motorcycles. What else are we going to talk about next week?
We're going to talk about exploding motorcycles. We are going to talk about...
I'll tell you all about all the conditioning stuff I did in Deload, how I've not oiled that deck yet. And there will be hopefully there'll be no cat shit stories, because I am not mowing that fucking lawn for another fortnight. I don't care.
It must be a way to stop that cat getting there. I think we did the cat round in a previous podcast, didn't we?
Yeah, we've done
many.
I'm not giving that son of a bitch any more airtime.
Son of a bitch. Hashtag neighbour's cat.
Hashtag devil cat.
Maggot cat.
Hashtag fucking ill cat. Maggot shit cat.
I should try and find out whose cat it is, because like, where are the maggots coming from? If the maggots are coming from inside the cat, then
that cat's not got long left, I'm telling you. But yeah. Anyway, hopefully we won't talk about that ever again until the next time I mow the lawn,
which will be in 2 weeks now.
Yeah,
maybe. If you do
birthday edition.
Oh, yeah.
My birthday edition, anyway.
I have to work that out.
Cool. All right, dude. I need to go and do some stuff, get some shiz done. Crack on.
I need to eat some food.
Yeah, it's late.
Me.
It's 9:15.
Nearly bedtime. Nearly bedtime. 9:15.
Yes.
Hang your knickers on the line.
Yes. Well, mate. Catch you later.
See you later.
Yeah. Bye.